What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well, and welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I put out videos covering tips on how I got to become a starter in only 11 games. So if you want to know how I did it, stay tuned and watch this video. So, the first thing I'm going to start off with is that in order to become a starter and in order to become a starter within 11 games, you gotta find the best build that's gonna work for you. You see a lot of these videos on YouTube, like best build for a shot creator, best build for center, best build for a point guard. Whatever you feel comfortable with on playing and you know that you're gonna get the most success out is the best one that you should pick, not based on what you see on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, a lot of YouTube videos do have great builds, but when people build them, they're best for that person. So if you feel that you can relate to those videos, go ahead and create that build and hustle and grind on that. Also, the next thing that you want to do to become a starter in the first 11 games is you want to focus on playing in my park. Reason being you want to focus on playing in my park is you're gonna get with players that are just great players that play every single day, and it's gonna give you that real challenge on how you should be playing and getting that team building and trust. That's something that's really big, and it actually affects my career on how your coaches and other players in the NBA will talk to you and treat you and get more endorsements like that. So that's the biggest thing, is you want to have a big team charisma, and also you want to get the best team grade that you possibly can. So if that's best for you for making shots or passing the ball around or giving assists, whatever comforts you the best is the best way that you're going to get to where you need to be. Alright. Tip number two. Tip number two is going to be based on how many points you can score during a game. I try to aim for 10 points per quarter. It's a lot when you first start out, but if you can, have that mindset to say, I'm going to put 10 points up every quarter. There's 4 quarters in the game, so you're going to end up putting up 40 points right away, and that's huge for when you get drafted in 2K19, because you do come out of the G League and, you're looking at the bottom of the totem pole. So if you can score 40 points in the first 4 quarters, or in the 4 quarters, excuse me, that'd be awesome. That's great way to start off. You always want to try and score as many points as possible within a game, but also not to be a ball hog. Also, and pass the ball around. Have a great team charisma and chemistry, but also gain fans so that you become also popular. And when you become popular in 2K19, your fans are going to want to see you play more minutes, and then you're going to get your coaches to give you more minutes. So that's the best tip that I have for you, just to keep putting up points as much as you can. Try not to draw fouls, and just be the best player that your build can be. And if that's a center and you're just getting rebounds, if you're a rebounder, glass cleaner, rebounder, whatever you want to be, make sure that you're doing the best that you can to your abilities to make that happen for your team in order to become success. I started off with the Hornets. We're actually going to be playing against the Hornets right now. And when I started there, I just had, I felt good with this team. I felt really excited to be with this team. I love their colors. I love the court. I love the fans all around. So I sticked with them. And I got to my first 10 games, and I was like, you know what? I'm working too hard. Our record's going okay. I feel like I need to go somewhere else. So I went and I found that the Thunders were 100% interested in me, so I offered up the trade. They took it, and I'm doing the best that I've ever had before. With this team, I broke the NBA record of 100 points in a game. I scored a 101. can't remember what team we were facing, but scored 101 points, and mind you, that was, I think, my 12th game in, and I already started at 11 games, so that gives you a great perspective on how you guys should be playing your My Career. I know a lot of people just grind and grind on My Park, which is fine, it's okay, but you do get a lot more VC, and you get a lot more experience and XP in My Career when you grind it out, and that gets you, higher with your overall. And if you guys are wanting to know how to get higher in your overall, that's the key right there. Key right there. And also to get your Gatorade levels up, make sure you guys have your extra stamina in your Gatorade, because that will do a big difference too in the long run. And without having your Gatorade, you're gonna be a slower person, and when you go to My Park, it's just gonna make a big difference. Tip number 3 is, a lot of people don't really think about this, but when you get interviewed at your games, you want to be honest with yourself. You want to be very loyal. You don't want to, seem too cocky, because what happens if you be too cocky, you can lose team chemistry, you can lose fans, or you can gain fans and lose chemistry, you can gain chemistry and lose fans. So it's, you got to really think about what your answers are to it, because the more you do that, the more interviews you'll get, the more popular you'll become, and more endorsements you'll get. And when you become, a starter, you get brand name shoes for free. You get deals like that. And if you get these, like, feelings that make you feel like you're really playing, and that's the best part, because when you feel like that, you just want to keep grinding and grinding and grinding and make your career the best thing that you can do. So make sure you guys make sure you guys answer those questions right when you get interviewed, because they do make a big factor into it. So tip number 4 is, make sure you're playing My Career, you're listening to what your coach has to say when you go into halftime. If he's saying, like, this person is, let's just say, if I was playing on the Hornets, they're saying Westbrook was getting in the paint too much, your job should be stopping Westbrook from getting into the paint. The reason that is because it gives the coach an idea that you're listening to what he has to say, and they're going to realize that. Even though it's a game, they honestly realize that stuff. So it's crazy, it's ridiculous, but it honestly works. So make sure you guys keep that idea in your head. You guys don't have to do it, but it does help out. So make sure you guys do that. And my last and final tip number 5, is, not when I say being a ball hog, is you don't want to ask for the ball every single time, because that's going to affect your grade. And with your grade is, you want to have the best grade you can and play to have a good grade, because what that does is it draws more fans around you when you have a higher grade, and also when you use your takeover, it gives you more fans. But if you're open for a shot, or if you feel like you can get a shot in and get points in, take it. Take the shot all the time, because that's going to give you those points. Look, we're already 2 minutes into the quarter. I already have 6 points. And we're going to go for our free throw right there. I got to work on my free throws, but, it's, look, I'm already at 7 points within 2 minutes of the quarter, and I'm about to hit 10 points. So, even if you're not a starter, you're still able to do that. You don't have to be a starter just to score 10 points in a quarter. Anyone can do it. So make sure that's your guys' priority. Honestly, score. Because it's going to relate in My Park. It's gonna be great in the long-term run. So make sure you guys do that.